Spectrum Academy is a very special place. I recognize that the very first board meeting I attended 6 or 7 years ago. It's an opportunity for kids that are on the autism spectrum to be together in an environment that they feel comfortable in.
I never thought my kid would grow up like this and have the opportunities that he's had and know that he's going to be able to go out and get a job and function in this world.
I'm a graduate of Spectrum Academy, and it's been a remarkable opportunity for me to be able to grow in social settings, from not being able to even socialize in the lunchroom to now being able to work in the IT field and being able to interact with teachers and paraprofessionals.
Spectrum Academy is very near and dear to my heart because this school never ever quits on its students and families.
Spectrum Academy is a very special place. I recognize that the very first board meeting I attended 6 or 7 years ago. It's an opportunity for kids that are on the autism spectrum to be together in an environment that they feel comfortable in. And that's a special thing to do for our kids. The one thing that you probably know about Spectrum is that we have extremely small class sizes with a teacher and a teacher's aide in every room. We have speech therapists, occupational therapists, behavior specialists, LCSWs. We have a lot of support for the kids because that's what they need, and they need it on an individualized basis. Spectrum Academy has all those different resources, but obviously those take money. We say the saying around here is that we squeeze a penny until it squeals, because we have to be able to do things economically so we can offer all those services. And there's no way that we can do those services and provide all the individualized attention that our kids need without help from our community. Right now we're taking around 30 kids out to the Davis Applied Technical College, and we provide transportation. We have a bus that is not provided for charter schools. We have to go out into the community and ask for support so we can do those extra things that make the difference in these kids' lives, to get them the opportunities that they deserve, frankly. We also need the support of the community to give more supports to our teachers. They're the ones on the front lines. They're the ones that are working with the kids on a day in, day out basis, and they need those extra supports. They need the things in the classrooms that can help them work with different kinds of stimulus and sensory issues. We go through hundreds and hundreds of fidgets a year, of just things that kids can work with on a sensory basis that will help them eliminate their barriers to learning. We need more playground equipment. We need more things outside for them to do and to experience. This is where they decompress and where they can find some time to release some of the stress that they have in their learning environment. And we need more of that.
So I work with the Spectrum Athletics program, and I've seen phenomenal things happen with this program since I've been here. Spectrum has went from a 1-sport, 2-team school to a 3-sport, 9-team athletic school. We've had students who have gained an exceptional amount of self-confidence, self-esteem, and have turned into emotionally different students. When they are involved with the programs and the teams, we teach them social skills. They learn how to work with their peers and contribute to a team. We teach them responsibility and accountability, and that helps them at home and all other areas of life, whether it's a job or with friends. We also teach them to be student athletes. We teach them that student comes first, and for some of these kids, this is the push that they need to succeed academically and keep their grades up and be well-rounded individuals.
We've been here in 9th grade now, so for almost 6 years. We had a time period for a little while where he was struggling even here, and we did some residential treatment. But even during that time, and we were worried, we didn't know what we were going to do without Spectrum. We were worried about losing that opportunity. And Jamie Christensen, the principal at the time, said, "I will never kick a child out, ever, if they have a need." And she said, "When he's ready to come back, we'll have a spot for him. Even if we need to move a desk into the room, we'll have a spot for him." And I felt again the caring compassion of the teachers, the administrators, that this was really all about Todd, and it was for him.
It's probably the best school I've ever been in so far. I don't want to be in this school until they actually kick me off.
Hi, this is my daughter, Ellie DeVrome. Ellie has been at Spectrum for several years, and Ellie has issues with emotional regulation. And the first couple of years that here at Spectrum were rough for her, but she has gained so much from the wonderful academic environment, the supportive emotional environment she's gotten here, and she's also benefited from the sports program.
I was involved in cross country, basketball, and now I'm involved in soccer right now.
Right. Do you think it's helped?
Yes.
How?
It helps me push through things that are very hard for me to realize I need to get through them.
And why does that help?
Because that helps me have a better life and makes other people around me happy.
Right. It does, doesn't it?
Each one of the teachers take time out of their day to make sure that the students are either making sure they know what they're supposed to do or need help on a project. They're there for them, and I think just by that I can take time out of my day to make sure that people feel like they're worth something.
My parents happened to see the article in the Deseret News about Spectrum when it was opening. And they told me about it, and they said, "Is this something that you think would benefit Braden more than where you are now?" And I was like, well, I still wasn't getting what I needed or what I thought he needed from the schools, because he was always the odd kid out, he didn't fit into the norm. The teachers didn't have time for him. They didn't know how to deal with him in a classroom setting. I remember going to the library one time asking for a list of books, and here he is in 1st, 2nd grade, and he's reading on a 4th grade reading level, and the librarian said, "You really don't need to push your children that hard." And I'm not pushing him hard, I'm just trying to keep up. So the school was looking at him as a problem, and he didn't fit in, and they didn't know how to deal with him, and yet he was excelling in areas that they weren't keeping up with him. So when I found out about Spectrum, I thought, we'll put in for the lottery and see what happens. And he was able to get in. So for 5th grade, we moved back here, and it's just been amazing ever since. Just the way that he's not the odd person out. They get the kids, they understand, and they treat each child as an individual.
Coming to Spectrum has been one of the best experiences we could have hoped for. In our neighborhood school, he struggled, but because he wasn't severe enough, he wasn't getting the help that he needed, but he was falling behind and he was falling through the cracks. But here at Spectrum, he's been able to succeed. He's been given lots of extra tools to help him be the best that he can be.
Spectrum has been just a blessing to us. I would call it a door opener. It has opened doors for Jace. He has had opportunities to be in the SBO and to go to school dances, which, you know, in a diagnosis of autism is like a death of dreams. And Spectrum Academy gave us our dreams back. And so he went to the SBO and school dances, and he was able to do things that we had dreamed he would when he was born. Spectrum Academy embraced him, the faculty embraced him, the administration embraced him, and he was able to see his special talents flourish. And I truly don't believe that they would have been seen or developed had he been just part of a crowd or struggling in a big system. He really needed exactly what Spectrum Academy offered him.
It's at this school, Spectrum. My speech is bad. I started in 8th grade, and I'm going to be graduating in like 2 months now, 2 months or so. And in the 11th grade, they got me on the right path. I started college. I'm almost done with the web design and development track, doing really good with that, and prepared to go to a full college now. The administration at the school has helped me see what I can do. The school gave me the opportunity to actually make the school's website. So the current website for the school I made actually.
I'm a graduate of Spectrum Academy, and it's been a remarkable opportunity for me to be able to grow in social settings, from not being able to even socialize in a lunchroom to now being able to work in the IT field as a IT support technician for Spectrum Academy, and being able to interact with teachers and paraprofessionals, administration, just the whole entire faculty and students of Spectrum Academy. You know, I really think that students are given great opportunities to be able to excel in fields that they enjoy. For instance, I built a lottery platform that was used for people to go online and submit their students onto the lottery, and that was used for the 2012-2013 school year. And as a student, being able to do that was a great learning experience, and I hope that all students will be able to get opportunities like that.
Spectrum Academy is very near and dear to my heart. And the main reason Spectrum Academy is because this school never ever quits on its students and families as long as they want to keep working hard. I can tell you from personal experience in my family, that's exactly what happened. And that's what kept me here, and will keep me here as long as I'm allowed to serve on the board. Spectrum Academy, it's been exciting to be a part of watching and being a part of the expansion across the street in North Salt Lake to our middle high school building, and then in Pleasant Grove, where we now have our elementary school and middle school, soon to be our high school. You know, if I had one wish that could come true, it would be to give us the ability to give every student here what they need to be truly successful in their learning endeavors, whether it be technology, equipment, additional staffing and programs. We need it. And in time, we will continue to work hard to further expand. You know, we could put another school full of students in the seats right now if we had the facility. So this isn't a short-term, one-shot what we're trying to do. This is the long haul. I'm in it. I believe in this school, and I really hope we can get your continued support. Thank you.
when I started thinking about what differences I've seen in students, it's really hard to come down to one thing because every difference that I've seen in students is so individualized. And I think as I pondered about it and thought about it, the one thing I kept coming back to was the change in hope that I've seen. And as I see new kindergarten students come in, I also see new kindergarten parents come in. And they could be just being diagnosed with autism or with another disability. They've been talking to different people about use this diet or use this training or do this, and it's really confusing to a lot of parents, and they feel overwhelmed. And as they come into Spectrum, and we have our social skills programs, and we have the teachers that help and support and understand them, and we have the different sensory strategies that we put into place, you start seeing students that couldn't sit before that all of a sudden are sitting, and you start seeing kids that had a hard time keeping their hands to themselves being able to keep their hands to themselves and start making connections with different people. And it's amazing because what I see the most is that hope starts in the parents' eyes, and in the parents start believing in their kids' future and the things that they can accomplish.
One about me is first is in the old schools, the only friends I would have would be like the teachers and stuff, but here the kids are really nice and good that I finally have like friends down my own age. And plus at the beginning of the year I saw kids here that I just thought were the worst possible, but now looking at them now, they're just some of the best kids. And yeah, I mean, my mom did devote her whole life when I was born to help me and understand me, because I'm the only one that had autism. So, and I'm very grateful for that.
Thank you. I love you, buddy.